Gold and cryptocurrency. Two assets that are viewed as potential hedges against market panic, as safe havens in a tumultuous sea of severe uncertainty. Yet these assets are vastly different. One is physical and the other digital. One is as old as the Earth itself, the other barely 10 years. One is shiny and the other is binary. So then, this got me thinking, are there any products that bring the two together? My name is Guy, and in this video I'll be answering just that. Not only will I give an overview of some of the best gold-backed crypto out there, but I'll also compare these alternatives. And be sure to watch till the very end if you want some of my personal gold nuggets of wisdom. Before I dive into the video though, some simple stuff. This is not investment advice, people, so please consult your own investment guide. It's merely an educational resource to add to your do-your-own-research soup. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to my community. If you want to keep up to date with the latest and greatest from the Bureau, be sure to click that subscribe and ping that bell. Okay, with that off my chest, let's progress. Now, before we can take a look at some products, a little bit of a gold crypto compare and contrast is required. If you'd prefer to jump around in the video, then feel free to hit some of the timestamps that I've provided below. So, why are gold and crypto viewed as safe haven assets? Well, the first and most important reason is that they cannot be inflated away. Unlike fiat money that can be issued on a whim, you can't just make gold out of thin air. You can't hash another 1 million Bitcoin just like that. There are well-known supply constraints that limit its replication. Secondly, their prices are not indirectly tied to some sort of economic activity. Most publicly traded equities are valued based on their potential earnings. If earnings are lower because of, say, a global pandemic, then those lower earnings will translate into a lower share price. This same global pandemic will lead to a fall in production, which means lower prices for base commodities. Pandemics also have a funny way of destroying household income, which means less demand for housing and property, so lower real estate prices. Gold and crypto don't need higher GDP numbers to retain their value. They are valuable for their own inherent characteristics. Gold, for example, is universally known and accepted. It can be exchanged with relative ease, irrespective of where you are in the world. It is also fungible, which means that 2 units of gold can be indistinguishable from one another. An ounce of gold is an ounce of gold. There are similar characteristics with cryptocurrency. You can literally store billions of dollars on a crypto wallet, hop on a plane, and exchange it anywhere. And while Bitcoin is not fully fungible, it's pretty damn close. Oh, if you want to know why Bitcoin is not entirely fungible, then I encourage you to watch my video on Monero last year. Okay, so we've established that both gold and crypto share unique safe haven attributes, but how do they differ? Well, of course, the first and most obvious difference is that one is physical and the other is digital. One can be held in your hand, whereas the other is essentially a data entry on a decentralized network. A data entry only you have the ability to alter with your private key. This difference means that gold still has to be moved like any other physical asset. The more of it you buy, the more of it you have to store from a pure space perspective. With crypto, on the other hand, one ledger device can contain either $1 of crypto or $1 billion of crypto. A private key is the same size. Another big difference between gold and crypto is, of course, the total supply of either. The current market cap of gold is currently estimated to be about $9 trillion. By contrast, the entire market cap of all cryptocurrency only stands at $216 billion. Then, of course, apart from just the supply itself, you have to consider how new supply is created. Whereas crypto is either mined through hashing or staking, gold requires an intensive extraction and refining process. A process that has so many moving parts and is easily impacted by other economic factors. So that is it as much as the contrast and compare go. But that is not what this video is about. We are in search of alternatives that can give you the best of both worlds. So let's start with a look at one of them. Ever heard of Paxos Standard? Those who are involved in the crypto space will no doubt have heard of it. They are a New York-based trust company that have issued their highly successful PAX stablecoin, basically a coin that is pegged to the US dollar. However, last year they issued their Paxos Gold, or PAXG. Unlike their PAX stablecoin that's backed by US dollars in bank accounts, PAX Gold is backed by physical gold. Each PAXG token is backed by an equivalent of 1 troy ounce of physical gold. More specifically, the crypto is backed by a collection of 400-ounce London Good Delivery gold bars that are stored in the Brinks vaults in London. So, just think about that. Here is a token that you can send around the world in an instant. Then you can store it in a simple Ethereum wallet that you can exchange on a moment's notice. No gold custodian fees, instant settlement. Also, given that crypto tokens are easily divisible, you can buy a much smaller amount of gold with PAXG. The minimum divisible number you can buy of PAXG is 0.01. Low investment minimums are one of the reasons why gold-backed crypto is more practical than the physical variant. The mechanics of how it maintains this peg to gold are also pretty simple. Just like with their stablecoin, every time there is a redemption for some of the gold, they will burn the corresponding PAXG. In this way, they're able to ensure that the two are always equal, tokens to the gold backing it. Okay, but how can you be so sure that there is really gold backing? Well, Paxos is a trusted company and custodian that is fully regulated by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Given that they're a trust company, they are bankruptcy remote, which means customer assets are kept separate from company assets. And when it comes to those customer assets, they use an auditor that will attest to the amount of gold that is actually backing the tokens. The Paxos company also has quite an established track record. They were launched back in 2012 and have grown to a company with over 110 employees in 3 global offices. They've raised over $93 million in venture funding and include well-known US lawmakers on their advisory board. So they're not running away anywhere with your gold anytime soon. Something else that you'll want to note about Pax Gold is that this is allocated gold. So, what do I mean by that? Well, it basically means that every single token has rights to a specific gold bar held in storage. Each gold bar has a corresponding PAXG token that applies to it. With unallocated gold, though, you only have a general entitlement to a certain quantity of gold that is held at an institution. Perhaps the best way to illustrate this is to look at their handy gold allocation lookup tool. Here you can insert a PAXG address and it will give you the information about the gold bar that it has a right to. Of course, you can also redeem these PAX tokens for unallocated gold at an account that you have at an institution. I'll cover this point more in a bit. Now, technically, PAXG is an ERC20 token that was issued on the Ethereum blockchain. The benefits of this are numerous. Not only does it mean that you can easily store it in any Ethereum-compatible wallet, but it also means that exchanges can pretty quickly integrate Pax Gold trading. We'll cover this in a bit. Okay, so you'd like to buy some Pax Gold, I assume. Perhaps the most straightforward way to do this is from Paxos itself. Given that Paxos is a fully regulated trust company, they will have to complete KYC on you. This means that you will have to upload personal information and documents. They use NetVerify software that needs a selfie as well. I did this recently and submitted my driver's license as well as a selfie of myself. Given that these were pretty clear, the software was able to verify me automatically. My account was up and running and ready to purchase those gold tokens. This is the Paxos user interface, where you can not only buy PAXG but also a whole host of other cryptocurrencies in the Paxos ecosystem. You can also fund your account with crypto as well as Fiat USD. Take note though that whichever way you fund your account, you will need a USD balance to buy the PAXG. Anyways, when you're buying the token, they will be creating a new one for you and hence will be charging a creation fee. This is a fixed 0.02 PAXG fee for those purchases that are below $3,460. Then after that, you have a tiered fee schedule that decreases based on the amount that you're buying. You can see the full schedule over here. Not bad at all. I may encourage you to look at the fees that you may encounter when buying physical gold. One important thing to note here is that the minimum purchase number amount here is 0.01 PAXG, its max divisible number. Here on the order form you can get a quote for some PAXG from Paxos. This will give you an idea of how much it would cost before you can confirm the transaction. Once this is done, the payment amount will be deducted from your account and your new address will be generated. This is the address that you can use to run allocation reports and verify the gold backing the PAXG token. Okay, so some may find it a bit laborious to go through all of this just to get some gold-backed tokens. Thankfully for you though, there is reasonable volume on the secondary market. It's quite clear that the exchange there with the most liquidity and volume is Kraken. This is also one of the better exchanges out there with low fees and a stellar security track record. Buying Pax Gold here is just as easy as buying any other cryptocurrency. If you don't have an account at Kraken, then I have a link for you in the description where you can sign up. It will go a long way to support my work on the channel. Now, when it comes to the redemption or sale of the token, then there are three different options. One is that you can sell it for crypto or fiat over here on the Paxos exchange. Pretty straightforward there. The second option is that you can exchange your Pax Gold for unallocated gold that will be sent to a local London account in your name. So basically, Paxos will have your unallocated gold account credited at this financial institution. Do take note though that the name at the unallocated account has to match up with the one that you have at Paxos. If, however, you would like to get your hands on some physical gold, then you'll need to have a minimum of 430 PAXG to redeem it, a pretty hefty sum. So unless you have over 600k in gold-backed crypto, this is unfortunately not an option for you. On the other hand, there is also another pretty simple way to liquidate your Pax Gold tokens, and that is through Kraken again. Don't forget that Kraken is also a fiat gateway exchange that allows withdrawals in US dollars. So yes, if you're looking for the most efficient way to buy, sell or trade PAXG, then this is perhaps your best bet. The Paxos exchange is only really needed if you're looking to make a really sizable purchase or if you want to redeem those tokens for unallocated gold or physical gold. All in all though, Pax Gold is perhaps one of your best options out there right now. However, there is another gold-backed cryptocurrency on the market, and this was there long before Pax Gold stole the limelight. I'm talking about Digix. Just like Pax Gold, Digix issues a cryptocurrency that is fully backed by physical gold. In this case, their ERC20 DGX token is redeemable for 1 gram of gold instead of an ounce like that at Pax Gold. Digix is based in Singapore and they've been around since December of 2014. The gold is held in vaults either in Singapore or Canada, and the Bullion Association fully accredits and insures those vaults. And just like with Pax Gold, Digix register every gold bar they place in the vaults on the blockchain with a corresponding timestamp. You can actually head on over to their website right now and you can see a list of the gold bars as well as the audit documents. Here is the latest audit document for some of the gold bars that they hold and their vaults in Calgary. As you can see, the document lists the specific serial number of the 1 kilo gold bars that are in storage there. Something else that I found pretty sweet is their Asset Explorer. Here you can see all the information on each of the gold bars that they hold in the vaults. For example, here is one for the gold bars that was issued by the Royal Canadian Mint. There is a description about the bar as well as a Mint target Ethereum address. Check this out. An image of the bar together with the serial number. You also have the purchase certificate there as well. You can also check out other docs that have been issued by the custodian, such as the authenticity report. And if you wanted to redeem your DGX for some of this gold, it is done through a process called recasting. Do note though that there is a 1% fee if you did want to recast your tokens and get that gold. So how do you go about getting your DGX tokens? Well, much like with Pax Gold, there are two ways. The first one is directly through Digix themselves. You'll need to create an account there and give over your personal details. However, unlike with Pax Gold, you don't need to upload documents immediately. You'll only need to do that if you want to lift your buying limit of 10 DGX daily. Once you've created your account and filled out your details, you'll need to register your wallet address on Digix. This is pretty simple and can be done with any of the wallets that they have listed here. You can then buy your DGX using some of the crypto that you have in your wallet. In this case, I'll be buying 1 DGX just for illustrative purposes. This will cost me about 0.42 ETH. If I'm comfortable with the quote, then I can hit buy over here and it will ask me to select my fees. I'll also need to confirm the transaction over here with my MetaMask and it will be broadcast onto the network. Give that a few minutes to confirm and then it should show up in my updated account over here. If you wanted to recast some of these tokens for physical gold, then you'll first have to submit your documents and pass KYC. Once that's cleared, you can submit a recast request for either 100 grams or 1 kilo, 100 DGX or 1000 DGX respectively. As mentioned, you have a 1% fee on the recast, so this will mean that you will need to have a minimum of 101 DGX in your account in order to submit this. Once this is done, you're ready to redeem or pick up that gold. Do take note though that this is done in person, either at their vaults in Singapore or Canada. This minimum redemption is one major advantage of DGX over PAX Gold. A minimum redemption of about 3.5 ounces compared to the 430 at PAXG. Anyways, what about secondary market access for those tokens? Sadly, it's really quite limited. Here are the trading stats for DGX on CoinMarketCap. As you can see, there are only 2 exchanges there that have any real volume. And among these 2, the only one that I would really suggest is the Kyber network. This is a decentralized exchange where your transactions are completed on-chain. This makes it safer than other centralized exchanges over there. However, even if you are using the Kyber network, these volume numbers are really quite paltry. Also, given that Kyber is a DEX, it means you can't convert into fiat there. So you'll first have to send your converted crypto to a centralized exchange to withdraw in USD. So yes, this is a major drawback that DGX has over the likes of PAX Gold. You don't really have much of a secondary market. Now that's it for the overview, but it's time for my personal thoughts on the two. When it comes to broader reputation of the 2 projects, I can't fault Paxos Standard. They've been around since 2012 and have a well-established track record. Not only that, but they are fully regulated by New York State as a trust company. No chance for funny business. You only need to examine the success of Pax stablecoin to see this. That's nothing against Digix. They appear to be pretty reputable and have full audits with a competent team. It's just that I prefer to use a service that I know to be backed by a regulator one can trust. Of course, for those people who want to trade their smaller amounts of gold-backed tokens and would like the option to redeem for low minimums, Digix is a reasonable alternative. Just do note that the trading volume outside of Digix is really quite limited. You'll have to rely on them to be able to reliably liquidate these holdings into fiat currency. With PAX Gold, on the other hand, you can use Kraken, which has reasonable liquidity for it. Easy fiat conversion there means that I can effectively liquidate my digital gold into dollars with exactly the same result as selling gold bars for dollars. And that's just the main benefit of crypto-backed gold, isn't it? Gold accessed with a private key on a distributed and cryptographically secure ledger. Gold being sent across the globe in a matter of minutes. No need for storage costs and insurance. No need for expensive and risky transport. A simple and effective solution to problems that exist in one of the world's oldest and most esteemed markets. That's it, team. My overview of some gold-backed crypto solutions. But this video is not complete without the feedback from some of you guys. Has anybody used PAX Gold or Digix before? Have any questions for me? Feel free to fire your questions over in the comments. And of course, if this video scratched your itch, then scratch my back. Give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'm working on my next video right after this. Just one more thing I need to say. If you enjoyed that video, then you'll love my weekly newsletter. It's basically my take on all the important trends and topics that may have flown under your radar. I also take a look at some really interesting projects and coins that you just can't afford to ignore. Might that be of interest? Well, quickly head on over to the description. I've linked to my sign-up form over there. All you need to do is enter your email and hit the submit button. That's it. You're now all set and ready to receive my next email. And I will be seeing you very soon.